Hi everybody, my name is David Ernst and I'm one of the lead engineers that's built DoctorD. Not so long ago, it was certainly not acceptable to be gay. And too recently, there was an epidemic that decimated the gay community. What a difference a few decades have made. Gay men can now serve openly and proudly in the military, and same-sex marriage right now is legal throughout the country. But serious health challenges remain. Rates of HIV and other STDs are still way too high, and usage of PrEP for HIV prevention and other vaccinations for sexual health diseases are way, way, way too low. And we can be doing better. Health recommendations are different for gay men. Sadly, tragically, many gay men and even their physicians don't know these different recommendations. And there's no easily accessible source of information. Introducing DoctorD, a free mobile app that empowers gay men to stay on top of their sexual health. It's available today on the App Store, and there's nothing like it in the market. I want to take you through an example use case. So let's come up with a hypothetical user. Let's call him Neil, and just for fun, let's make him shirtless. Now, because Neil cares about his health, he downloads DoctorD and opens the app. DoctorD answers three main questions for him. First, what do I need? DoctorD gives him customized sexual health recommendations based on CDC recommendations after answering a few simple questions in the app. Everything is confidential. Second, where can I get it? You can use DoctorD to use our care locator to find nearby sexual health clinics, PrEP care, and vaccinations right around him. And third, when do I need it? He can use DoctorD to set digital reminders so that he can stay on top of his sexual health and not miss his next treatment of care or vaccinations. There's a huge market for DoctorD. There are over 2 million openly gay men in the United States, millions more worldwide, currently being neglected. We incorporated our company as a for-profit entity, and we see a few revenue sources in the future, including selling at-home HIV testing kits right in the app and condom subscription model, referral fees for sending our example users to doctors and clinics, and potentially in-app advertising. We've already partnered with many public health organizations, universities, local community health organizations, and we're looking to partner with more organizations. Besides myself, we have 3 other very talented software engineers from here in San Francisco, as well as a Harvard Medical School trained physician who's led STD research at the CDC, Dr. Ken Katz, who sadly couldn't make it today. Thank you very much for listening.
What's the competitive landscape look like for mobile apps and, I guess, male STD prevention?
Sadly, there's not really a lot of other options. There's this one app that was developed through the University of Virginia, I want to say, but it's being funded by NIH grants, and so right now it's not publicly available. There's an app called Mango Health that's for the general health population, and it has a lot that's really strong about it, but there's nothing specifically targeting this demographic. In the future, we also see opportunities to expand to other focused demographics using the same core technology.
You said everything, is it on? Yeah. Everything is confidential, so I was wondering if you could speak more about the security and privacy actual features.
Yeah, so right now, no information ever leaves the device. We never ask for your email address, never ask for your regular address, and never ask for any sort of health information. Everything stays local on the device, and the health recommendations just come to you. In the future, we'd like to add more of a HIPAA-compliant server, but there's all sorts of costs with that, so for now, this is the way we prioritize. We're one of our team members, for his full-time job, just enforced HIPAA compliance for a long time, so it's something we're very sensitive to.
You've talked about providing resources. You've talked about providing resources for localities. How do you keep that data updated and relevant?
Yeah, that's coming from AIDS.org. It's from other public health information sources.
I just wanted to get clarity on your revenue model. You said you were going to be doing mailing in-home kits and things like that. Is it a freemium as well, or do you want to just talk about?
Yeah, the app is completely free. It will always be free. We plan for it to always be free. It's available today. We're also looking for more investment to try to hire on more dedicated staff and expand our reach. And in the future, we see revenue sources by selling in-home testing kits right through the app and subscription condom services right through the app, as well as referral fees. If you're familiar with ZocDoc, this is the way that they do it, and potentially in-app advertising. But for now, the app is completely free, and sadly, we're not making any revenue.
Availability in the international market, is it there yet, particularly in emerging markets, and how are you rolling it out there?
I can't speak definitively on that, but our intention is absolutely to have it be as widely available as possible.
Thanks. Thanks very much. So one thing that in a couple conversations I've had recently, people have talked about figuring out ways to get things like PrEP into markets in parts of our country that don't have, let's say, the type of sort of supportive community that we have here in the Bay Area, so parts of the South. How do you think that this app might help to bridge kind of the digital divide, or help to get into communities that don't really know how to navigate these waters?
Yeah, fantastic question. Just to give some background on PrEP for anyone, just a quick show of hands, how many people are familiar with PrEP and what it's used for? Okay, so it's pretty solid. PrEP is a pill that you can take every day that gives you about 98% effectiveness, immunity against contracting HIV. And it was invented about 5 years ago, and it's relatively widely available. A lot of insurance will pay for it. But even though many, many doctors think it's fantastic, only 1 out of 10 candidates for it are actually using it. And this is a really sad statistic. And it's specifically, like you're identifying, divided along class lines and race lines and other issues like that. And so it's certainly something that we're very sensitive to. In particular, we hope that just having more accessible information right in your pocket will help people be more proactive about staying on top of their health. In particular, because of a lot of the shame involved, especially, like you mentioned, not in such supportive areas. We hope and imagine that it would be a lot easier to get access to this information for people that aren't talking about these topics with their doctor or other physicians. And we're working on right now the app is only available in the App Store. We're working on bringing it to the Android store as well, which sadly is also divided along other lines like that, but we're open to any sort of other suggestions that you have along this topic.